are signals all around us. Most of them go unnoticed. Some are born able to sense them, born with the veil still present, a mark set to thin the boundary between worlds. For a white witch, the boundary never fully closes. It becomes something you can see through, something you can feel. Respond not to fear the unknown, but to understand it, to listen when it reaches back beyond the veil with Tracey Jones.
I'll be with you all in a minute. Just one quick sec. Oh my goodness. Press F. Okay. All right. Lord have mercy. Okay, I got us on the screen, honey. It's just a matter of making it bigger. Mike,
oh, my mic's not working.
I have no idea what I did or what I didn't do. Hi, it's my second show. I'm screwing up. Hi, how you doing? Michael's helping me. I love him.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
So,
I went to put us on in like the green room situation, and it wouldn't do anything. I don't know if it had a split or I don't know. It's me and buttons. And anyway, let's oosa. Let's try that one more time.
Oosa. Oosa, oosa. I know. I just came home from traffic, so I need that oosa.
Oh my God. At any rate, welcome to Beyond the Veil with me, Tracey Jones, person who has serious issues with buttons, but Michael will get me straightened out. Anyway, my guest tonight is this lovely Miss Cyndi. Cyndi, say howdy.
Hi, everyone.
Now, if you have a question about the paranormal or you want to be a guest on the show, no problem. Send me a message on my Gmail account, Beyond the Veil with Tracey Jones at gmail.com, or you can send me a message on my Facebook page, Tracey Lynn, TraceYLYNN. Now, Miss Cyndi, with all the hubbub, you know what? I'm going to be a really good topic at somebody's "This is what you don't do" course.
Okay.
So, at any rate, let's hear all about you.
Well, you've gotten to know me through other ways. If was it yet last year and everything. So I have my own podcast, Coven of Curiosities. And I met you through social media and everything. And I met I've met so many amazing people, to be honest
Absolutely.
with you. Some people have become such good friends. Even though we haven't met yet, we've done shows together. They've been on mine or I've been on theirs. We still chit chat, whatever the case might be. And matter of fact, Tim Deals is coming on. And hopefully his friend Rachel will join. So I've got an episode that's going to be going live on Sunday. So, because that's when I think I'm going to do my shows now, is on Sunday live. So, yeah, but I'm excited for that. So I love hearing Tim's stories. You know how he is. But,
he's hysterical. Tim Dills is like, you remember the show, Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes.
Remember Colin Mockery?
Yes.
That's Tim.
That's him.
That's what this man, they don't look anything alike except for a little bit of a bald head, but the same personality, just quirky, and you never know what's going to come out, and it's always hysterical.
But I love it, though. That's what makes him so, I love people that can just have fun and crack jokes and have a good time. And because we can't always be serious all the time, and obviously it depends on the topic and stuff. But so
Right.
anyways, yeah, I did kind of actually kind of went under the radar for a little bit. I was dealing with some personal stuff in my life and had a lot of chaos. And I just decided that I needed to put my mental health first and get myself more situated. So I took a break for a bit. I kind of did it abruptly because I had a lot going on. And I just was like, I couldn't even focus. And then my job, the new job that I had got last year, had just consumed a lot of my time as well. So took a break, but I'm coming back. I'm excited because I decided to start doing the YouTube live and not do the Audible. And a lot of people don't realize, Tracey, as you know, it costs. It's not cheap to do all this. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I was doing the Audible, it was costing me because I had to use an app to do my editing and add the music. And then I had to put it on here and distribute it out to here and still had to pay for this and pay for that. So, I mean, it can be a lot. So I decided, you know what, I got to figure out a way where maybe I can get a better audience. And not only that, but I like to have that communication. I want people to make comments. I want people to, type how they want to feel. Or sometimes on YouTube, you can actually have your audience join in. They can join, join on video with you. And I like that. I like the more personal interaction than just having somebody on and chit chat and talk about whatever, and then listening to it on Audible. So I decided that I was going to do the YouTube live moving forward because I feel like too, a lot of people like that visual, a lot of people do, and they want to see the interaction. They want to look at someone when they're telling a story. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
and I was just, I was on with Michael Webb from Monsters Unleashed, and a gentleman, a father figure for him came through, and I was telling him the name, and it's like, who is Dorfus? I said, is that really a name? And he was just went, but like I was telling him, had we done that pre-recorded, people might have thought, you know what, they scripted that.
Yeah.
But when it's live, you see everything, the good, bad, the ugly, and me not knowing what the hell hit the button on the next thing for. So it's for entertaining evening, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But I prefer, I never really did like doing the pre-recorded for that reason, and that reason alone, because even though we would say, we're not dubbing anything, we're not, fixing anything, we're not lying. How do people know that? They don't really know you. So in this, I like the interaction on
Me
this.
too. And like I said, I like to see people's comments that come through, and everything. So I got my StreamYard all set up because that's the one I'm going to use and everything. So I'm excited to get back into it. And then, of course, as you know, that I started my own paranormal team. It's myself, my good friend Jimmy that I've known for 10 years. And then actually Daniel, he is big on Facebook. He's got the Wrangler pages. He's got all kinds of different Wrangler cryptids and paranormal. And he's a busy guy. So he's part of it. And so I've got all kinds of equipment. I'm getting more equipment and everything. But we actually are going to be going to the Biltmore Hotel on the 7th. And that's where you remember the story of Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. Yes. So she was visiting her sister there. And as she left, it was a few blocks down that's when she got murdered. And boy, did he do the number on her. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
It was like a modern day Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. Right. It was insane. But I guess, too, this hotel is pretty cool because there's a lot of history there. It was once used for soldiers who were in the military, and they used it for people that were injured. So, there was death from that, unfortunately. But it's been said that it is very haunted. And there is actually a little boy with no face that roams around in the lounge or, the lodge area, the beginning, or what is sorry, I just got home from work.
Please, and you're on the right show to say this kind of stuff. You're on the right show. Absolutely.
So
Yeah, the
but
thing
yes,
next to the whatnot.
yeah, the whatnot and the what's it and all that. So but anyway, we'll see what we capture and stuff. I'm hoping to get some good stuff, and I'll be able to post that onto my YouTube channel on Federal Paranormal Investigator. So we'll see how it goes. But other than that, that's pretty much what I've been doing, is working a lot of hours and then getting back into what I love to do, and that's talking with people, having people on. I love hearing people's stories. We were on the show together before with the NCI guys, so we had a good
They're
time.
awesome.
And I sure miss them. I consider them my brothers,
Yeah.
so, but I know it's good to see you. And I'm so
Yeah.
proud, and congratulations again on your new show. I think this is
Thank you.
absolutely amazing. And I love your background, and I love
Thank
your
Michael did all
logo.
that.
It's so
Look,
awesome.
I'm 60. I'm just learning this stuff. We didn't have none of this here when I was coming up of age. Anyway, I wanted to show you something weird, and this
Okay.
is going to be one of those right moments. I'm
Okay.
sitting at the bar in my kitchen, okay?
Yeah.
And before I put my laptop down and my notebook and everything, I cleaned it all off and, did the little wipe down.
Yeah.
And then I went to look at my husband, and I looked back, and let's see.
Might go up.
There you go. See
Oh,
that?
yes.
That's my tiger's eye earring was sitting out
Yeah.
here. No, it was not out here a minute ago. You know what I mean? It just,
Yes.
Have you ever had stuff like that happen? Like something will just pop up and you're like, what the hell?
No, I haven't had that, but and the old house, remember when we were doing the NCI show, and I was living in that home.
Yeah.
And I told y'all that I came across, when we did sessions at my house, Albert, and he was a negative. And because he would always, when he would come through, he would always threaten to scratch me, hurt me, bite me. And I always had a sense that he was there. But I would hear this chair that I'm in right now, I would hear it move around in the bedroom, because that's where my office was at. And I would hear that move around, and things like being shuffled on my desk. And I'd sit up and like, what the heck are you doing? Get out of the room. I'm trying to sleep.
Right.
Don't bother me right now. But no, I haven't had that happen, but I've definitely heard things move around.
Oh, yeah.
And having some crazy dreams lately. Or
Oh, really?
no, I hate the word dream sometimes, because like we were talking the other time, just recently on the phone, and I told you what I had seen, and I've talked about it before on my episodes and on other shows. Tracey, I had one just the other night, and it scared me so bad that I woke up throwing my arms around, and I was being attacked by a faceless man. And I woke up to, I don't know you. And I'm like trying to get him off.
Right.
But those times where it feels so real, like you're experiencing it, or, feeling the cold air or the breeze or smelling the wind, or, the out of body type experience.
And I was going to say, that's what I usually put them as, is that it's an actual event that you're at.
Yeah. So I think now I don't know for sure. As you can see, I've got my haunted dolls. So this is Gloria, the one in the purple. Gloria, this is Tracey. She is a witch in her day, in her time. But she wasn't all that nice of a witch. So she is a negative.
Okay.
And then this is Esmeralda, the one in the middle. She's a vampiric witch. And then Wisteria, Esmeralda's she's kind of a sassy little in her time. From the information that I've gotten from haunted, what is it? Haunted Haunted Honeys. That's where I heard this. trust them. The owner is very well known out on the social media. I'm going to try to get her on my show. But
Okay.
Esmeralda, back in her time, she was from London. She would be all social and very well known in the society and all that, and well dressed well and everything. But at night, she would seduce men. She would reel them in and seduce them and kill them. So I'm like, okay.
So she was sort of like a siren.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, girl.
And then Wisteria, the one in the white, she was actually a psychic medium back in her time, and she would help people with their relationships and help
Okay.
open their eyes to see things that maybe they weren't seeing on their own.
Gotcha.
So that's the information that was given to me when I bought them. So
Okay. I was just going to ask you how you found out. Did they ever move?
The Gloria, I felt she moved, or seemed like she did move on occasion. Her eyes are kind of interesting. I'm gonna just show you off, okay, Gloria? Is that okay? Don't be mad at me. But if you look into her eyes, she looks like she's almost staring into you.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah, put it back. That's good. Put it back. I have a confession. I am not a doll person.
Really?
I have never been a doll person. I don't know why. I mean, they're beautiful and they look very elegant and everything, and I don't want to make any of them mad, but they just dolls, even as a kid, would give me the creeps. I don't know why. So maybe one of them talked to me one time when I was a tiny little thing, and I just said, nope, I'm done.
Well, it's funny because I was the same way. I didn't care for dolls either. Like one of my grandmothers had a couple of porcelain dolls, and I just thought they were creepy looking. And then I actually had a gal on my show, Jocelyn, and she is the haunted doll mommy. She has over 150 dolls, excuse me, and she calls it her purple room. So she dedicated a room in her house for all haunted dolls, even stuffed dolls, porcelain dolls, puppets, like all different types, right? And she said the same thing, that she was always afraid of them, but she decided to get over her fear, and to do that, she started to purchase haunted dolls. Some of the dolls had been given to her. So I thought, gosh, maybe I should do that. And so Gloria was my first one that I bought, the one in the purple. And it's been said that when I was looking online, I kept going back to her. I kept looking at other ones and I was like, no. And I went back to her. No. And like, I looked at this page. Now I bought Gloria from a different person, but I kept going back to her. And I was like, I meant to have her.
Right.
And that's how they all were. I would look and I'm like, kept going back to this, Esmeralda or Wisteria. So that's when I know it was meant for me to have them. So, and I do take good care of them. I talk to them all the time. I work in here, they're working with me.
So it's kind of like a Johnny Zaffis, if I'm saying his name right, with the haunted collection.
Zach Bagans. Yeah. Did you hear about him?
What happened?
He's in a lot of trouble right now.
What'd he do?
Oh yeah, big time. The FBI was at his house.
We're gonna find out. Let's go. What happened?
Okay. So I just read online that the FBI came to his house. He's under investigation for stealing artifacts from native land. He's in trouble so if you have a human skeleton in your home, you have to have a permit for that. You have to go through the right channels to have something and he never did. There's been falsifying on paperwork so that he can get artifacts or dolls, or he's even got things that he took somehow. He took items from murder scenes or, you know, that was part of a murder and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
He stole it. And then he was getting black market stuff. What's it called? It's a big no-no where you are doing
Fence?
transactions and you're trying to hide it and you
When
go
you
about
fence?
nope.
No, I know what you mean. I
Right
can't think
there.
of the damn thing either. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's right there on my tongue, but I can't think of it. But anyway, so he's in a lot of trouble right now, actually, from what I saw. So
Wow.
the FBI was raiding his home, took a whole bunch of stuff. Like he was taking things that he should never have. Because you know, you don't take native stuff off of tribal
No.
land. No, no, no,
Maybe
no, no,
he
no.
thought he was untouchable. I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
you know, when you get that big, sometimes you think you are.
and just to protect you and I, allegedly.
Oh yes, allegedly.
Hypothetically, allegedly. Well, if it is true, hypothetically, you're a dumbass. Shouldn't take stuff like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
no
just the bad energy alone,
Oh,
you know.
absolutely. Yeah.
But I always wondered, like, you know, you said that one lady has a whole room full of dolls. Does she ever have like their energy or their spirits walking around her place, or does
Oh
she keep
yeah.
it all?
Well,
Okay.
she does say that she has caught noises walking down the hallway when her and her husband are in bed. She did get a Dubit box. I told her, please do not ever open that. Please,
No,
please,
no,
please,
no,
please,
no, no,
please.
no, no.
Like some of the things that she has bought, because you know, I mentioned, and a lot of people know, I'm working on my abilities. I'm working at them, opening myself up and this and that. And whenever I did a show with her and she had some of the dolls at the time, she's got a heck of a lot more now. Or she would post a video and I would see, and I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. You need to be careful with that. You need to put that doll in a case. You need to put the cross on that case. And if she listens, she listens. If she doesn't, it's
Right.
up to her, you know.
Right.
But
Wow.
I did beg her to please not open up that Duba box, and she did.
No, I have no idea why people think it's and I'm not downing the lady. I'm sure she's absolutely wonderful.
She
But
is.
it's not a cool thing to have.
It's
You know?
not. It's
And
very
especially
dangerous.
if you're like, oh no, it's just I'm going to have it because it's neat. Nothing's ever going to happen to me. That's when something happens to you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you just don't mess with some of these things. You know, that's
No.
another reason why I wanted to get back on live and you
Yeah.
know sort of debunk a lot of the stereotypes about us
Mhm.
and you know say what not to do. You don't take Indian artifacts. You don't
No.
do it.
You leave that stuff alone.
I mean, you would think he would know better.
Well, he does. He
Yeah.
does. But
Maybe.
you know, I feel, I'll put that in, I'll state that. In my opinion, I feel that because of how large he has gotten and the amount of money that he's rolling in, he probably did think he wouldn't ever be caught. And you
Right.
know, everyone always gets caught. Karma does come around and it will nip you in the butt real hard.
Lord, she's a middle-aged redhead going through menopause, and she's pissed. It's not me. No, I'm not pissed, and I never went through menopause. That is hysterectomy. So you know, now we all know. There's one thing you're going to find out about this channel. I don't hold anything back.
I know, and I love it.
You know, and it's like when somebody lies, to me, it takes up so much energy, and you always get caught. And we're not going to talk about the particular person, but we both know a person who was saying this to that person and something else to the other person, and eventually it all came up like a volcano and blew up. And we're all much better now. Than we were before. But you always get found out. You know, and I don't have the memory anymore to remember who I told to what. You know, the truth you can remember. But sitting down going, okay, did you know? It's like my husband, did you throw that thing away? Anything that was sitting on the counter for 3 weeks? No. Yeah, I did. But I needed it. I don't care. It's here for too long. So So what do you have that's coming up that you wanted to talk about? Like, do you have Are you
Well,
going to
I've got
conventions
Tim.
yet, or
Yeah, got
okay?
Tim on, and I don't want to. I mean, I'm going to talk to him about, he's been out in the woods a lot. So I want to talk to him about his new experiences that he's having out there, because he's doing a lot of videos, which I'm so proud of him. He's posting so much amazing stuff, and I just absolutely love it. But also too, he's very crafty. He made a
Yeah,
really cool chest that he makes for people, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. So
yeah,
but
beautiful
I've
pieces.
got, huh?
He makes beautiful pieces.
He does. He really does. And that takes time, and he puts a lot of hard work, and you can tell he puts love into it too. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Because that is
Hmm.
his passion. Um, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to hearing some new events and new stories that he's got going on. I do have a couple that's coming on. And then I've got my favorite woman in the whole world. She's absolutely amazing. I should get you on, or I should get her on your show. Her name is Donna Copus. And
Okay.
I adore her and respect her so much. She's got some amazing experiences, not just paranormal, but a lot of cryptid. She's a Shawnee native, and
Okay.
she's in Ohio, and I just adore her.
Long hair? She have long?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think she was on NCI once. I
She
was on there
was.
too, back with that
Yes.
other person. So,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, very nice lady. Very
Yes.
nice. Very
She
interesting.
comes on now as a guest co-host
Okay.
on my show every once in a while, because I've had her on a couple of times, and I'm just like, you know what? I love your energy. I love hearing her stories. We chit chat quite a bit on Messenger, and she sends me pictures and everything. But the couple that I'm going to have coming on, I don't want to reveal too much, but they've got some amazing photos
Okay.
that blew me away. I've never seen anything like it before. So I am very, very excited. And actually, besides, investigating more in that paranormal world we love, but also doing the podcast, but I'm also looking to travel this year. I
Okay.
am planning a trip to Kentucky. I'm going to do
Okay.
my first Bigfoot festival event thing. And I'm
Are
going to
you
bring
going to Land Between the Lakes?
I was gonna try, but I'm not sure if I can make that one.
Okay.
This one that I'm planning to go to is in Kentucky, and it's
Oh,
in May.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I would love to go to Land Between the Lakes.
It 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 was a buffet of paranormal activity. Of course, when I went down with my husband for this documentary, it was literally right after Samhain. So there we are down there for those who don't know, Samhain is our
Right,
Halloween.
right.
Um, yeah, everything full moon. I mean, you name
Really.
it. It had the
You have it.
stereotypical, but there were critters everywhere. There were
Yeah.
people. It was an absolutely mind blowing event. I would recommend people go down, but be very cautious when you go down,
Yeah.
especially the more open you are. Lord have mercy. You know, you're going to attract
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like I want to make sure that I'm using opening myself up to a degree in certain areas. Like there's a place in Ohio. I'm not going to name it, but I've been asked to not name this cemetery,
Sure.
this location. So out of
Sure.
respect for Donna,
Right.
I don't want to reveal
Right.
that.
No worries.
It has family that is buried in this cemetery, and it's very active, not just with paranormal, but Bigfoot, or they call them the Watchers, the Shawnees.
I've
They
heard
call
that.
them the Watchers, yes. But she has been raised around them ever since she was a little girl. Her father, her grandfather taught her
Okay.
ways of communicating and giving to the Watchers. She's
Hmm.
always out there leaving gifts. She's always out in the woods. But you should have her on. You should have her on your show. She's so just
You know
kind.
what? I am blessed to be booked into May, and I have to look. She might be. So, Donna, if you're
Yeah,
watching and I'm not remembering what day, look, again, a little grace. Second show buttons. That's all I'm going
yeah,
to say.
yeah. So in May, I'm looking to go to Kentucky, and then I am planning to go to Ohio. Donna was kind enough to invite me to her home, And she says, I'll take you out in the woods. And boy, does she packs, man. She's got for a skinny lady, I would not want to mess with her at all, because she's carries I think she says that it's a pistol or something like that. I can't remember. So sorry, Donna, if you're watching, I can't remember. But
I didn't write that.
She is
that wasn't me. That was, I think Michael had to write that, because I didn't write that. So
what? Oh, well, my name's up there now. I was trying to figure that out. I haven't used Restream. It's kind of cool.
Well, I have to unlearn everything that I learned before from StreamYard, and now do this. And I think this one's going to be easier. It's just until I'm the kind of person where if I don't know how to do something from the very get-go, I just get frustrated with myself.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it. And then if something goes wrong, ooh.
Yeah.
But I'm going to learn it. I'm going to get it. It might take a couple of shows to get all the kinks out, but you know what? Life's too short and it's not perfect. So this is a perfect outlet for me. Lord knows I will make some boo-boos. No.
I still do too. This Monster Unleashed every week. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Monsters Unleashed. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was going to say, when I was down at Land Between the Lakes, my one, I'm told it was a Bigfoot encounter, was when they put the God helmet on me and then did an Estes method. Well, when I had the God helmet on me, I'm sitting out in this field, and it like a football field away, way. I see this black figure, and I'm thinking, me, it's a shadow person, no big deal. Yeah. And it went from here to here that quick. It was right up in my face. And my husband said, "You look like you were playing like you were Stevie Nicks," because I was sitting there doing this, like shooing it away. And I have since been told that it was probably bum rushed by a Bigfoot.
Really?
Because I'm open to see like if I was a threat or not. And I probably wouldn't have tried to hit him if.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting experience. I've never seen one, and I don't know if that was. I don't know, but it was interesting because I heard somebody
sense it, right? You could feel it, because that's why you were doing that. You
I was trying to back it away. I'm like, get out of here. And then I heard who I thought, Greg Ogles, who was the producer in the film, I heard him, I thought, walking around the cameras and the lights. I'm like, he's not going to pick up. I'm thinking to myself in my head, because you can't hear anything, you can't see anything.
Yeah. And
all of a sudden, I take everything off, and he's like way over there. So something was just circling me.
Wow.
That was a crazy night. Are you going to plan a trip to the LBL?
I would love to, but I think, isn't that that's next month, isn't it? February?
You can go anytime.
Miss Shannon's on. Hi, Shannon. I got to give her a shout out.
Hello, Shannon. Thank you.
Yeah, she's amazing. I think she shared our advertisement, because I submitted all the advertisements last night for us for the show. So yeah.
Shannon, I'm going to get better. I swear. I'll get the damn buttons down. I'll get the timing down. But the first two people are the best people in the world to have on, Michael and now you, because you're both laid back. You both understand. I love that. So
well, and you got to have fun with it, and everything, because it's next weekend. Oh yeah, no, I won't be able to make it next weekend. I think it's the 7th, right? 7th and 8th. Yeah. See, I'm paranormal investigating at the Biltmore Hotel, so I won't be able to. One of these days, I'll get out to the LBL.
Okay. Yeah. Just protect yourself before, during, and after, because I don't know. I don't think I'd ever do the God helmet again, because it was too much, and I was literally in bed trying to recover for a week after experiencing everything that I experienced down there. I mean, I'm glad I did it. I got to cross 2 young murder victims, but it took so much out of me, and I probably, because like they said, the God helmet is supposed to open you up fully and everything. I can do an Estes method standing on my head. That doesn't bother me. I usually feel like I'm sitting in the back of a movie theater watching a movie, you know, and I can just dip out anytime I want.
Right.
Not with this thing though. Have you ever done a God helmet?
I have not. I have not tried it, but I've done the SS method, and that was quite an experience. I was on the Queen Mary when I did it for the first time, and that was wow. I could hear like, we were actually downstairs. I think they call it the red zone area where the floor is all red and everything. It's kind of near, kind of sort of by the swimming pool area, sort of. Okay. Anyway, so we're down there. I'm sitting on the stairs. I got my mask over me, got the, the head cancellation phones, and then hearing the, coming through.
Yeah. And
all of a sudden I hear this piano playing, like, and playing that era music, that you would hear, and I'm like, whoa. And, everybody can hear me talk, but I can't hear them. And I'm like, whoa, music, piano, like, and talking. And then all of a sudden I hear boom, boom. And because the ship, they got hit at one point. The ship's been hit. Right. And so, it was used for Navy back in the day and for injured, military men and stuff like that. Oh,
I love her. I could do better. You can always do better, but between you and your dad and Miss Cyndi, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. Another 2 or 3 shows, I'll be going bip on the buttons and just having a hell of a good time, probably irritating the living daylights out of everybody. Thank you, Tracey. That was very sweet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was quite interesting. It was kind of hard for me because we were having troubles with the area that we were in. I heard what I heard, but I couldn't really hear voices come through. Okay. But while I was under the SS method, my friend Joy and Marcus, Marcus, in the Saddest Cemetery was very active. And I mean active. Oh
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I think a lot of any cemetery is going to be active anyway. But they had, while I was under the Estes, they had all kinds of activity with the dead bell and answering questions. And they got, I think, in Joy, if you're watching, I think they got the name Greg and Gary or something like that. I'm trying to remember. But they got names that came through. So they're all excited, but I didn't know what was going on. And so as soon as I took the mask off and the headphones, they're like, Cyndi, oh my gosh, you shut us. And I'm like, what? Tell me. And because they could hear me talk, because I was saying what I was hearing.
Yeah.
And so they started telling me, I'm like, what? Really? That happened? Oh my God.
Now, do you remember everything after an Estes method? Because I rarely did.
I did, but I will tell you. I'll tell you, Trace. You know how after you did the helmet thing and everything and how drained you felt. So when I did the Queen Mary, because I did open myself up and everything, and I got, a lot of feelings and, I still kind of question myself, and my friend Joyce says, stop questioning yourself. You've got to believe in yourself and what you're feeling and seeing, because I was seeing things and I'm like, am I really seeing that? Or is it just, I start questioning myself and I'm like,
I understand that.
I
understand that. Yeah. Something. I think we all go through that at times.
So, but in any case, where was I going with this now?
A Queen Mary, and you had the things on, you took it off, and everybody was going,
I was very drained after all that. It was very, I was exhausted. And I just felt like it took a couple of days to kind of re-energize and get my energy back, because I did really open myself up. So, but I did have a really intense experience on the Queen Mary down in the engine room. That I didn't want to know the history. I didn't want to
Right.
know people who
Right.
had passed, because I was trying to open up to see if I could feel or sense or see anything,
Right.
because I am trying to work hard on, developing.
Sure.
And we got down to this one part of the engine room. I looked up at Marcus and I just started bawling, like to the point where
Ugly girl crying. Or
I'm like,
no, that came out wrong. Ugly crying, or just whatever they say.
oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
was definitely ugly crying.
I just realized I just called her. No,
And
I didn't. No, that's not what I meant.
yeah, and I saw a guy stuck in the door, and because the guy did die in the door. He was smashed to death, and I could feel his emotions. And then I felt on my left side, when I was on this little bridge thing, I could feel him on my left, and the dead bell was just going off. And I was like, dude, like I could not stop crying. I was like, this has never happened to me. Like, what the heck? So I feel like I was feeling his emotions is
Sure.
how I was
Yeah.
getting, what I was feeling.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was pretty crazy. But we didn't even get through probably a portion. We got through not even half of the ship. That ship
I
is
would
massive.
imagine you need a couple of days and not just a few hours.
Yeah,
to
we
do
were
something
there
like that.
overnight. We started around 9-ish or so, just kind of in the room and just seeing what we could get. And then we kind of moved around the ship and went downstairs and everything. There's an area that's upstairs. There's a nursery where the high society people would put their children.
Okay.
It's like a little daycare, I guess you can say.
Right.
We ended up running into a gentleman who worked on the ship, and he ended up giving us a private tour. And I'm like, score. So we lucked out on that, but he told us they have a big, huge doll sitting in a chair, and she is kind of creepy looking.
Okay.
And he said that doll will move. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming back, and I'm going to do another investigation and see if I can't capture her moving. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I can't say that I'm scared of dolls, because I can look at those and they don't bother me. It's just I find them creepy.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know why. And no harm, ladies, no harm. Don't be coming for revenge or anything. When you said that you were bawling, it reminded me when I came out of the Estes method finally down at LBL. I I took off everything and everybody's crying. Everybody, the men, the women, they're all
Really?
bawling their eyes. I'm like, what? What happened? Because at that point I couldn't remember anything, but it was so intense, and it'll be out in a movie. Let me get this. Land Between the Lakes, Making Contact is. I
Okay.
don't know when it's coming out. I know he has one called Vanish that he's premiering in a couple of days. I think the
Okay.
31st. So it might be at the end of the year. It might be next year. I don't know. But it was an amazing experience. So
Really?
yeah.
Well, don't want to reveal too much why everybody was crying. I'm assuming it was stuff that you were
Oh no, he
taught.
told me I could talk about it.
He did.
He
Oh,
said,
okay.
yeah. Like I can't say everything, but I can give it a gist. So
Okay.
when my husband and I were down there, because
Yeah.
I only go with the paranormal places with him. He's my bodyguard and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he carries a lot of stuff too. I kept seeing these two young girls, these teenagers. I
Okay.
saw them at the hotel. I saw them at that morning when we went out to breakfast. And then
Yeah.
I saw them again at LBL.
Okay.
And very long-winded story short, they were both shot. They were RAPED. I don't know if I can say that or not. Both
Oh.
of them.
Oh.
And they were both shot in the head. They were unalived. Yeah. I felt everything. And I mean, I felt everything.
Really?
I've never had that before. I can
Oh my
feel
God.
spirit. I can feel like what they're going through, but it's feels artificial, but I know what it is. This was different, and I'm sure it was because of the God helmet, and
Um,
the really weird. Here's something that's strange. At one point, I'm as this young girl, I'm begging for my life, okay, and they go and apparently shot the younger of the two girls, and right at that time when I said that, and mind you, everybody else is way over here. They heard
yeah.
a gunshot go off, right as I said. And their first instinct was to look at the fire to see maybe, but it wasn't that. And we were in an area where you couldn't have guns. So right after that, I'm begging, don't shoot me. I won't say anything, yada, 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 yada. And he does
Right.
it again, and they heard another gunshot. It
Really?
was, it was surreal. I felt like I was in some kind of movie.
So remember the stories that I told you, well, the one that I just had where, it like felt so real, like it was actually happening because
Mhm.
I woke up with
Yeah,
like I was fighting this dude with
yeah,
no face and he was trying to attack me because that's my worst fear is
okay,
what you just spelled out.
right.
It's my worst fear. Um, but that other story that I told you that I saw, like the out of body experience. So
Mhm.
when you were doing that through the Estes method and everything in the helmet, did you feel that you were right there watching it all? Like you were
Yeah,
like, standing there watching it, but you couldn't help? Have you ever
exactly. Yeah,
experienced it? Okay.
yeah. It's a weird feeling because there were times during the experiment where I felt like I was the girl, and
Yeah.
then there were times where I felt like I was standing beside the girl.
Oh, wow.
And again, I'm sure it was the God helmet just
Yeah.
leveled everything up, because I've done Estes before, and I've always felt like I'm sitting back watching.
Yeah.
I can feel it, but it feels sort of like it doesn't actually hurt me. This
Yeah.
was just next level craziness.
Yeah.
So
Can I ask you something? Because I'm curious, because sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. You know how it is.
yes, people
You-
are.
but when you close your eyes at night,
Mhm,
so when I close my eyes, I see it's kind of like staring at a static TV, kind of like the
mhm,
poltergeist TV. So I'll
mhm,
close my eyes and it's a lot. I'll see blue light going by and doing shapes and stuff. But
mhm.
then things start coming through.
Right.
I'll see faces. I'll see shadow figures. I've even seen evil things to the point where I'm like, open my eyes and I'm like, nope, 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 nope,
Right.
no. Has that happened to you? And
Oh,
I'm awake still. Like it's just my eyes are closed. Do you
right.
think it's just in my head or
No, I
I
think it's they're trying to give you some messages or testing the waters, as it were. Since you're developing, you're
yes,
very attractive to everything that's out
yes,
there. So, it's just going to say, well, let's see how far I can push it. And I don't know how it all works, but I believe that they all know our fears. So if it knows your fear and it presented itself in that way during that particular, sort of action,
right.
then I just feel like you were being tested. But yeah, it happens to me all the time.
Okay.
And sometimes I
Thank
can
God I'm
completely.
not the only one.
No, we're both crazy. We've got to go into our house. There have been some nights where I'm like, okay, tonight you're not going to work on me. Tonight I don't want to receive any messages and this, that, and the
Yeah.
other. Because sometimes I can wake up tired
Yes.
because of all
Oh
the
yeah.
nonsense through the night.
Yes.
And I'll probably do that tonight because now this is my second show, and I'm gonna have everything going through my mind, whatever.
Right.
So I'll be like, just not tonight, just not tonight.
Give me a break, man. Give me a
Just
break.
give me a break. Yeah, get my little anise. Is that how they pronounce it? Anise. Anise.
Anise.
The
Yeah.
little, yeah. Put one under your bed, under your pillow, and it helps you
Okay.
relax. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a whole bunch of I got bay leaves ready in there. I've got
Yeah.
Palo Santo. You can't go 5 feet in my house without seeing Palo Santo. Okay, that comes right from my husband. So
Yeah.
We are at the top of the hour already.
Oh my goodness gracious. See,
That-
this is what happens when you're having too much fun.
Yeah, hitting the buttons, trying to figure it all out, this, that, and the other. And thank you, Michael. I see him in the back yonder. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. He's a good guy.
Thank you, Michael.
So how can people reach you?
Well, as you know, I mean, you've known this for a while. I own all the underscores, right?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So obviously Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok and YouTube, but Instagram is coven_of_curiosities_pod_ss, because I also write short stories. Oh, that was a little thing I forgot to tell you. So
Okay.
all my short stories, real quick, all my short stories that I've been doing, there's a possibility. It's kind of in the talks, like the beginning stages. Either I'm going to go ahead and take my short stories and either turn it into a book for people to enjoy and read, or
Okay.
I might go a different route and do a comic book version of my short stories, and I will be kind of like my logo girl. I kind of see her as my alter ego, or my
Sure.
I don't know,
Just
my
like your avatar.
Yes. So but it would be like she's like an Elvira telling these stories. She's
Gotcha.
the main character and she's telling these stories. So it's in the word, like I said, it's early beginning stages. It's nothing in stone yet. So we'll see, what direction I'm going to go.
Awesome.
But anyway, yeah, so we'll see.
Okay.
But you can find me on Facebook at Cyndi Sapp, or just Coven of Curiosities. There's no underscores in that. I'm on TikTok, Coven of Curiosities. And you just basically start typing that in, you can find me. And then, of course, YouTube. I'm on Coven of Curiosities, or it's all one word, just at Coven of Curiosities. And then, of course, Federal Paranormal Investigators, FPI. You can find me on those pages as well. And again, on my Cyndi Sapp one. Actually, on Instagram, it's Sinful Cherry. That's on the Instagram.
Okay. So. I like that. Very cool. Very cool. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a button. We're going to try a button. I'm going to put you in the green room, and I'm going to finish out, and then I'll come back and see. We'll just see what kind of buttons I hit. All right. So we're going to try this right now. We're there. We scroll down to there, and bam! I did that one. I got that one down pat. Anyway, thank you so much for the grace of tonight. For just being there with me while I figure this whole thing out, which I will sooner rather than later. If you have a question about the paranormal that you don't want to ask your friends, family, or your coworkers about, maybe you feel a little awkward asking them, or you think it's a stupid question, which there are no stupid questions, just send me a message either one of two ways, either at paranormalwhitewitch@gmail.com, or my new one, Beyond the Veil with Tracey Jones @gmail.com. And remember, Tracey has an EY in it. My mother had to be different. So tonight's Did You Know that the pentagram was not always for pagans and witches? Its original meaning, its original symbolism was the 5 wounds of Christ. And then it moved on. If you didn't know, now you know. Now I'm going to try to shut this down, and we'll see what happens.